Still need to do the intro.
Yep.
Okay. We are currently
Okay.
live.
All right.
Well, we were scheduled for 5, so we were on at literally 5 on the dot. So,
Oh yeah.
well, that'll do.
You're very
Punctual.
yeah.
That's right. Well, I'm many things. Punctuality would be one of the things I adhere to, I guess.
I hear you on here. All right, good. You're on here. Well,
Right.
you are punctual. Let's do it. Run the intro. Let's do it.
All right. Running intro. Well, first let me put some banners up here.
Here we are. There's our names.
Anyway, just in case people forget. All right.
People forget.
Yeah.
Eminence front.
Yeah. Running intro now.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello, welcome everybody. It's Dope and Dharma. Dope and Dharma. It's a We the Middle version of Dope and Dharma. I'm the street certified dope doctor Louis Delgado here with you, along with Trinity Phillips, my partner, the Dharma guy. What's up, brother?
What up? What up?
Yeah, trouble. Marissa already on Facebook Live says trouble has arrived. Look at that. Look, trouble has arrived. The show can commence now. Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Yeah. Is it raining by you?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Marissa in New York?
You.
No. It's a beautiful sunny day outside.
It is thunderstorming and lightning over here. So
that's Florida for you, brother.
Yeah. Across the street it's fine, but over here it's
right.
throwing down for like 10 minutes, and then it'll go back to being like 100 degrees.
No, it's beautiful over here right now. It's actually, it's a good beach day right now. But then again, the other day when it was like crazy storming or whatever, like it flooded some areas. Dana and I were on Flagler Eden. It was dry as a bone. We came here to our house. In between our house and here, complete wetness. But in my house and the exact beach, dry. Crazy.
Well, Marissa says she can't wait to move down here so bad. Yeah. Well, you can have it, because as soon as I can, I'm going all the way up to Alaska.
There's a vacancy.
Goodbye, Florida.
Why don't you just sell her your house? There you go.
Right? Yeah,
move into your place. You got to rent her. Let her rent it.
Yeah,
boom.
There you go.
Done. You can leave now then, Trinity.
Right. No, I can't leave not until the kids are 18. So
that's right. Well,
a couple more years.
Yeah.
Good times.
So we haven't done a We the Middle version. And so for those of you that don't know, Trinity and I, obviously this whole thing started with the Couch Live, which is an addiction and recovery related show. And then it kind of evolved into us wanting to talk about other things other than just mental health and recovery and stuff like that. So we have a couple of spin-off shows, Dharma Time. We do the sports show the morning after when football season is in, and We the Middle is one that I actually I like playing with this show, because it's not a lot of people that like to sit in the middle. And when they sit in the middle, here's what I usually hear: oh, you're in the middle because you're really a Republican. It's like, don't blame me because the left went way left, brother. I am in the middle. We are in the middle. We are not registered Republican or Democrat. We both have voted pretty much along. I don't know about you, but I voted more blue in my lifetime. I think I've only voted red once in my lifetime, even though I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's probably about the same. I've voted more blue than I have red in my lifetime.
A lot more.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear people attack and act like people saying they're in the middle is like, you know what? They're so hateful right now. The Crips are so hateful right now. You guys are just so angry that you think anyone that doesn't like immediately like bow down to your way of thinking is like whatever horrible name you want to call it, whether it be racist, sexist, misogynistic. You hear all the terms, man. It's like
some sort of ism. What's
weird is they keep on. It's the Crips that keep on saying that the Bloods are hateful and angry. No. That is not the way the world sees you guys right now. I got to tell you guys are the ones that are very hateful and angry.
Well, they're very tolerant of the people who feel exactly the way they feel.
Yeah.
Only you don't feel.
Only
if you don't feel the way they feel, then they're not very tolerant of you.
Yeah. All that inclusivity is you're inclusive to those that agree with you 100%.
Yes.
But if you don't agree with us 100%, we exclude you, we shame you, we bully you, and act like you're some demonic Hitler type person.
It's the hive mind.
It's some real silliness going on today. But renewed energy today, brother. Renewed energy because listen, I think we all knew that Biden was out of it. I think we all and I don't mean out of the race. I mean just out of it. Right?
For years though,
We
like
really
I didn't need the debate. Like the
no.
debate just confirmed what I kind of already suspected for quite some time.
That's the weird thing. You and I do the same thing. You and I both flip from CNN to Fox News to CNN to Fox News. And
I added a third one though. I added News Nation.
News Nation, me too. News Nation is my new. As a matter of fact, that's what's on right now. It's my new favorite channel.
I can't stomach MSNBC for too long. I don't even attempt.
I can't even do MSNBC.
They just irritate me
because MSNBC to me is like a National Enquirer for politics.
Yeah,
I can't do that one.
Yeah, they weren't even allowed on. By the way, when the assassination attempt took place, they were not allowed on because rumor has it that the network was afraid that Joe Scarborough would say something crazy, so they didn't even put them on.
Yeah.
When the assassination thing took place, and then for the RNC, they weren't even there, but they were trying to pretend like they were there because they had the backdrop. They weren't actually there. So this is weird.
Look, the bias is incredibly. It's on both sides, people. The bias is on both sides. Crips and Bloods both fighting, and that's what this show is focused on. It's we the middle. We're neither left, we're not nor right. We're not mommy or daddy. We're not Crips or Bloods. We appear to be sometimes, depending on the subject matter. But that's normal human existence. At least I think it's normal human existence to kind of, you think maybe a little bit more liberal in this subject matter. You think a little bit more conservative on this subject matter. And that may flip and change depending on your age and depending on your situation. And
yeah, but what pisses me off, though, is there's certain things that I feel like are just basic human decency that somehow have been politicized.
Like don't call people Hitler ever?
Yeah, or like just be kind to somebody or to hear them out before you get like pissed off at them. Yeah. Somehow that is turned political. It's like, no, it's just called being a decent human being, dude. What? Stop.
Like how Hollywood liked J.D. Vance when he made his movie, Ron Howard and all that. But but as soon as he becomes a Republican senator, all of a sudden he's bad. And as soon as he becomes part of Trump's team, now he's like the worst person on earth.
That has some sort of love for Mountain Dew, apparently. Like I don't even know. Some weird story he tried to tell. Really? That it sounded like he bombed a little bit the other day. Yeah.
But it's like I look, I like the movie. I like the movie.
Yeah, that movie's pretty good.
It's a great movie. I thought it was a great American story. And then now we're gonna hear all kinds of things. You know what's really funny though right now. Look, if you've been living under a rock, you know that Joe Biden has dropped out of the race, and now is it Kamala or is it Kamala?
Harris.
All right,
that's what I'm
going to say Kamala because sounds about right, right? Kamala, it's like Sandra or Sandra kind of thing.
Yeah.
So know. Kamala sounds pretty cool. That's a cool name. But Kamala Harris is now running for president, right? She now took this spot. Now, here's what I think is really cool about that. I think it's awesome because just a few days ago, you remember when Trump got elected the first time? You remember when he was elected?
I do.
And how CNN just like really had like a cry fest for a while. They were like all crying on the air.
They still did.
Like you flip the channels and they were like, oh, they're all crying. And then the other side, it was like 4th of July, like New Year's Eve, they're all excited.
Sure.
So the other day, it was kind of the same thing, right? During the whole week during the Republican National Convention, CNN was depressing. I mean, even they were praising it. I mean, they were even praising it, going like, "We're done, people. We got to do something. Emergency, abort."
The Obama one.
Yeah. And then as soon as he dropped out and endorsed Kamala Harris, brother, the energy's now in the room. Yeah. They're excited. She went from being one of the biggest idiots on television, right? Because we've all seen her talk. Right?
Have you seen her quotes that are out there?
Yeah, we've just seen her like the bus, the school bus, the yellow school bus, the school bus, yellow school bus. I love Paradigm or whatever that.
Ukraine's a small country next to Russia, which is a bigger country.
Yeah, she's like the Al Gore, right? She's like another Al Gore, right?
Quail.
Dan Quayle. That's what it was. Dan Quayle. Yeah, she's like another Dan Quayle. What do I know? Anyway, so we're all making fun of how ridiculous she sounds, right? Now and then as soon as they decide that she's going to be the one for president,
Well, they haven't technically yet, but yeah.
Brother, really? She's
Nobody
now
wants to run against
the
her.
second coming of Christ all of a
Yeah.
sudden. She's like, oh, if
Yeah.
you don't like her, it's because you're misogynistic. If you don't like her, it's because you're racist. Wait a minute. Can't we just think she's an idiot? Can't I just not like her because she hasn't given me a reason to like her? So here's what I'm going to do, people. So this is what I'm going to do, Trent. I made a decision. You ready?
Sure.
I made a decision. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Like everything on Fox is always like breaking. Have you noticed? They come out of a break. They come out of a commercial. Breaking news. We're out of a break. We're out of a commercial break. All right. So here's breaking news. My vote's up for grabs. I'm going to do a blank slate. I am going to give her a chance. I'm going to give her a chance to win my vote, Trinity, because up until that point, when they told me it's the two old white dudes again, I'm Trump all the way. There's no way I'm voting Biden. Right?
Yeah, there's no way I was going to vote for Biden.
And there's no way I was going to allow her to like get the job the way she was going to get it. But, and I'll tell you why I'm going to give her a benefit of the doubt. Because she did good today. A little annoying on the ear, got to admit. The tone is a little bit, a little bit hard.
Did she speak today or something?
Well, she's been speaking more. But her tone, there's something about that, her voice and the way she like does it. They're like, it's like chalkboardish, right? But girl, I'm gonna give you a break. I'm gonna give you an opportunity because here's what I'm noticing: when her energy is up like it is right now, at least the material that's coming out of her mouth, as annoying as it may sound a little bit. But the material coming out is like, all right, I see what you did there. You maybe have been pushed aside and you had to speak Biden speak. Like you had to listen to that dude. And that dude, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that dude was holding you down for the last 4 years or 3.5 years, even though I doubt it, right? Because we saw you try to be for president and like you didn't even make it out of Iowa. You didn't even make it out of Iowa, whatever, right?
Nobody wanted her.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because people change. People can change. People can get maybe not smarter, but they can get better at certain ideologies, and maybe they can present a better case. So all of a sudden now she's some brilliant. You notice how everybody's pushing that she's a brilliant prosecutor.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's all about her being a prosecutor. It's like,
they're going to try to make
she's our vice president, right? We've known her as a vice president, so you're trying to sell her as a prosecutor, but we've already known her as a vice president.
They're trying to do the prosecutor versus the felon thing is what they're trying to do. That's the storyline they're trying to go with.
Right.
My favorite thing, though, with anybody who's like so pro Kamala or Kamala, whatever the hell her name is, right. I just ask them all, like, I just want to know, tell me what it is that you like so much about her without mentioning her race or her gender. Don't mention either one of those and tell me what it is that's so great about her. And nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. It's all about, her race, which apparently changes between Indian or black. Like, depends on who she's talking to. Depending on what race she is.
Let her be black. Let her be black. It's fine. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
look, she's an attractive woman. There's no doubt. The pictures are coming out great. All the new photography looks great. Kamala, you look great. It's when you open your mouth and say things. You know what I mean? It's
Ukraine's a country that's a small country. It's next to Russia, and Russia's a bigger country. It's just, I don't know, man. Some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth is just bad.
Well, I mean, she's a flip flopper too. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right? 1 minute she's calling her boss a racist, right? She's calling him a racist, and then as soon as he goes, yeah, but do you want a job? And then she jumps on his side. That's not the same as with Vance's thing, because Vance didn't know Trump, and then when he got to know Trump and see Trump in action and as a political figure, then he kind of went into it. Yeah. Whereas Kamala knew exactly who Biden was. We had 40 years of Biden. We knew who Biden was.
Yeah.
And she called him a racist.
Yeah, he is the
vice president of the only black president ever, and she still called him a racist.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Come on. We know exactly. Look.
I mean, do we hold on? I mean, I just, I don't want to sound hyperbolic. And the last time I felt this way, I was obviously wrong. Like I never took Trump seriously as a candidate, and then he ended up beating Hillary.
All right.
At the risk of being wrong again, I don't take her serious. I just don't. Come on. I don't see her as being the answer, dude. I don't. Nobody wanted her when she was in the primaries last time.
Wait,
we've heard nothing from her for the last 3.5 years, other than people making fun of her and calling her out on the lack of productivity.
She's going to root causes. She went to examine the root causes of
okay.
she actually spent government money to go figure out why are people coming to the United States of America.
Yeah,
Girl, have you
because
read
it's
the
better.
Constitution?
Yeah.
All you have to do is go down somewhere where the migrants are
Yeah.
working and say, "Why'd you come?"
I
And they
just
would have
don't
let her
take her
know.
seriously, man. I just don't. I don't really think that she's the answer. I think the
When is
only
anybody the
way.
answer?
I don't think that. Well, I mean, I guess the answer as far as the
Depends on
Democrats
the
are
question.
concerned,
Depends on the question.
if the Democrats are going to just get behind her and that's their person, I just think that that's a mistake on their part. You know, if you're trying to, I don't see her beating Trump. I just don't, because in order for her to beat Trump, like you'd have to match the amount of people that are diehard Trump people, and I just don't think that she has that kind of appeal. Not that Biden had that kind of appeal either, but everybody hated Trump so much because he was
Right.
so public at that time
Right.
that it was like the anybody but Trumpers came out.
Well, that's
But I
what this
don't think
is gonna
he's
be.
pissed. I don't think he's pissed off enough people for them to be that adamant about it anymore.
I
I think a lot of people forgot how much they hated him,
listen.
except for the people that love him. They still love him.
I think this is going to be a lot closer race than you think. I think if they package this right as a woman power, black power kind of situation, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm seeing a lot of the black delegates coming out and saying that she's not black. Like her kids are white. She's married to a white man. She didn't grow up in a black family. Like this whole black thing. I'm seeing a lot of them saying, "We don't."
Some of my best black male friends are married to white women. So how am I going to get on a black woman for marrying a white man?
I'm not getting on her.
I married a white woman. I married a
white woman. I'm not getting on her about that. That's not the point.
You are white.
The point I'm making is you don't know how I identify. The point
yes,
I'm making,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I forgot.
Exactly. The point I'm making is just the people that I've spoken to, the black culture, if you will, they're not putting their arm around her as one of them. Like she didn't grow up, quote unquote, black. She grew up in more of an Indian household.
Oh, I don't know much about her. So this comment right here, I think, is what says it all, right?
What the Democrats deserve someone they can actually vote for because they want to, and not because of not Trump. Yeah, but and I don't think she's that person because they had the opportunity to vote for her and they didn't.
Listen.
When she was running the first time,
but put yourself, if you're one of these Democrats that view yourself as one of the next presidents, you don't want to come in at the end. You want a whole 2 years of work to get the prize. I think the Gavin Newsoms of the world want her to go out and fail so that they will beg him to come in about 2 years.
I agree with that in a sense, but I twist it in the sense that I think that a lot of them don't think that they can beat Trump at the moment. I think a lot of them feel that the momentum's on his side.
Yes.
So let her go up and do her thing. And then that way, when he's done and he can't run again, then we can come in and all right, let's go for it.
That's my point.
Like, I don't think that that's why nobody wants to be on her ticket. That's why she's probably going to run unopposed, is because the amount of momentum that he's garnered, it's like an unstoppable train at the moment.
Look, the energies on both sides right now. So, see, Marissa says pick Gavin Newsom. California. He can't be Californias.
Well, they can't. He would just have to move.
He'd have to move, but he's a governor.
But I think Gavin. So I'm somebody that used to like Gavin a long time ago, like back when he was the mayor of San Francisco.
Why? Because he's so cute.
Sure. I liked him when he spoke. But then the same thing that happens to a lot of the people on the left.
Yeah.
Is I liked him.
Yeah.
They make sense. They talk common sense. Sounds pretty good. It's like all the things that I like about the Democratic Party, and none of the stuff I don't like about the Republican Party. But then something happens. They start to get a little bit of popularity, and then they bump their head, and then just crazy stuff starts to come out of their mouth. Because for whatever reason, the left will not separate themselves from the far left.
No,
they won't separate. They get in bed with them, and then the stuff that comes out of their mouth, no reasonable person can get behind. And the thing that he just did in California, the bill he signed about not letting your kids or making it where the schools don't have to tell the parents essentially that the kids are living a double life at school.
Right.
That's bullshit. I'm going to just put it out there, bro. As a parent.
Yeah.
That was no reasonable person who has children is going to say, yeah, I'm totally cool with the school parenting my kids and not tell me what's going on. No reasonable person is going to agree with that. It's just like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, no.
Well, the thing is, you have to stand for something.
Yeah.
You can't just tear everything down. You know, it's easy to sit back. It's like us watching football, like when we do the, you know, our morning after show. We're allowed to make fun of the quarterbacks, make fun of the coaches, because we're not playing the game. I feel like that's how the Democratic Party currently is. They're really not playing the game. So they can just sit there and just comment on everything. Even when they're in power, they're really not playing the game. They're kind of like, well, you know, the right is, they're so focused on Republicans that they're forgetting to talk to us. They're not talking to us.
No.
You know, they can't keep just telling me, hey, the orange dude's bad. It's like, all right, look, I've heard you say that. I've heard you. But what are you? Who are you? What are you doing? Because you keep trying to tell me that financially the world is better. Then how come it doesn't feel better? You can't keep telling me it's because you're an idiot that you don't know that you're better financially. No, I'm not an idiot. We're not better financially. I don't care what your data says. I don't know how you're reading that data, but you're the same person that read data in the following way. You said Trump had the worst economy because you're measuring that last 6 months of his presidency when COVID shut the world down. So when you're talking about jobs, you're talking about his last 6 months. You're not talking about anything else. And when you talk about how Biden created more jobs, you're talking about coming out of COVID where everybody was locked down. Nobody had jobs. Everybody lost their jobs. That's what so I can't trust the way you even interpret data. Because the way you interpret it is skewed to somehow make Biden sound like he's some great president, did all these amazing things. No. What did he do? Dude, if you try to buy a house right now, you're paying 10% interest or more on a mortgage.
How about like here in Florida, man? We're 121% of the national average for car insurance, man. My car insurance went from $130 a month to $320 a month.
Yes,
like that doesn't feel better, man.
It's not, because it's not.
Exactly. My house insurance went up because all the insurance companies are pulling out of Florida. Like, no, man, this is
burger
not
meals
better.
are $10.
Yeah, dude.
Burger meals are $10. They're not like, that's why, you need that $5 goodie bag.
Yeah.
We need Wendy's everywhere.
Yeah.
Biggie bag, whatever the hell that's, because it's like $10.
Hey, Clara.
Everything's expensive. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, Clara, everything's expensive. And so you can't just come out and try to and now they're trying to act like all of a sudden, now Biden went down. No, dude, he's been like this since. Remember, he did win while in the bunker. Remember, he was Bunker Biden. He didn't come out of the bunker. He didn't even go around the country to try to become president. You guys just anointed him on your side. He didn't win anything.
Yeah.
And now you're anointing her. She didn't win anything. And then you guys are constantly saying threat to democracy. You're saying that the Republicans are the threat to democracy. When it's you guys that do everything you say Republicans do. That's what gets on my nerves, Trinity, is how do the Democrats accuse Republicans of doing everything they do? And they don't think we see it.
Well, not only that, but once again, because my personal issue with the Democratic side is once again that they won't distance themselves from the far, far crazy left. And so when they talk, they're talking to them. And it's like, okay, cool, but you're not talking to me. Like, I don't care who sleeps with who. No. I don't care who's marrying who. I care how am I going to pay my insurance bill? How am I going to pay my mortgage? My kids are hungry. Like, that's the stuff that I care about. I don't care who's dating. Like, these people got married. Yeah, dude, I don't really care.
Yeah. I don't know where you bank. What bank you bank at? What's your bank?
Fairwinds.
All right. So at Fairwinds Credit Union, the president of Fairwinds Credit Union, do you know that person's marital status?
Well, I do because I know them personally, but yeah.
Okay. Do you know how that person is with their partner?
No idea.
Do you know if that person is a good parent?
Nope.
Do you know if that person tucks the children in at night? Or,
no idea.
Who cares? As long as the president of the damn company runs the company and makes you money, you don't care. You really don't. I don't. I don't care who runs Publix as long as Publix makes good food and sells it to me, right? Yeah. I don't care who runs the Home Depot as long as when I go to the Home Depot, I get my variations and I can get what I need from a house. But I don't care about who runs the Home Depot, if they're a good parent, a good dad, whatever they are, I don't care. A good mom, I don't care. Right?
Yep.
Since when am I supposed to care how a politician is? Look, I didn't care when Clinton was having sex with interns.
Wasn't JFK like
right?
the biggest philanderer? Like, it's why they
JFK
made
cheated
movies
on
about
his
it.
wife, and they were all cool with it because it was
with
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, like, come on, dude.
And they still view him like a god.
Yeah,
And he was a horrible husband.
yeah. Well, the whole Kennedy family, all they do is kill people, man. Like, come on.
Chappaquiddick is a real deal. The guy still spent 30 years in office after Chappaquiddick.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it is this thing about moral this and get out of here. I don't care about the morality of anybody. Just can you get gas prices down? Can you get the food prices down? Can you just kind of handle your business? Just handle the business, man.
And let
I don't
me parent
care.
my kids.
Yeah.
Like, let me parent my
yeah.
kids. Like, I don't need you doing it. Like, I got this. You know, I made them.
Yeah.
That was literally like the last frontier, right? As parents, is like that's the one thing that we had. Like, they're my kids. I can kind of raise them how I see fit. But like, they're trying to take that from us as well. And it's like, hold up, dude. Like, I'm time out.
Yeah.
You know, this is my kids. I'm the one who's responsible for them. Last I checked, if they go out and do something crazy, you know, you come knocking on my door. You know, so if that's the case, then I'm the one who runs things, not you. Like, I don't need your input. Like, stop it.
Right.
And that's part of my issue, man. It's just this. They go too far. It really is what it is. They go way too far, and I think that's where they lose people.
And see if you can relate to this. Think about all the most recent presidents in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that you would most want to just hang out with? Just hang out with. I think I know your answer, but I want you to think a little bit deeper than that. Just hang out with.
Ooh. They're all blue, though. That's the problem. Because I'm thinking either Clinton. I'm either thinking Clinton or Obama.
Okay. But you voted for both of them.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pick one, and I didn't even vote for him. Bush.
W?
Yeah.
I'm a decider.
I would have hung. I'll hang out with that dude any day. I'm a Texan. I'm from Texas. I can relate to the dude. The dude makes perfect sense to me as a person.
Sure.
But I wasn't with him politically. I voted against him politically, but I like the guy. I would have hang out with the guy. And this is what I'm talking. I think we should be allowed to say that person, he's a cool dude, or I like him, or whatever, but not to run the. Look, I have a lot of friends that I just won't let babysit my kids. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like them. You ain't babysitting my kids, brother. You know what I mean? You know, you don't have a key to my house. You know, I like you. You're my boy. We're boys forever, but you do not have a key to my house. Don't you have friends like that?
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. So why what makes this different? What is it that we keep on talking about people's character? And then it's the side that constantly talks about don't judge people, don't ridicule people, don't be mean to people, don't bully people. And it's like, wait a minute, you do all of that. You name call, you do all of that.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but that's funny.
Wait, let me see this. Wait, put it up. Let's see what.
I don't know what that means.
Random Rick reviews. Let's see what he says.
I will vote for the guy who flips the big cardboard arrow around in front of the mattress.
Yes.
The ones that are spinning around everywhere. That's awesome.
I'm just saying, man. It's like people are just really silly right now by their vote. Look, I admit that I voted for all the wrong reasons when I voted for Hillary. I voted for her just because she was a woman.
Sure.
I did. So I get that people do that, you know, but I guess because I haven't had a Latino to vote for, I'm not, you know, like when I watch boxing, I always go for the Mexican. When I watch soccer, I always go for Team Mexico and USA. I admit it, but this ain't soccer.
Right.
This ain't soccer. This is literally running the country, and not just the country, running the world, the leader of the world. Yeah. And you're going to vote for this person because you don't like the other? And then Channel 13, our local Channel 13, if you're not in this city, I'm telling you, we got this local Channel 13. It's supposed to be like, I don't know what kind of channel it's supposed to be, but they're insane. They did, I hope she picks Buttigieg, because then we'd have the first black president, the first female black president, and the first openly gay vice president. It's like, wait, that's the measure? That's what we're doing here? This is how we pick our presidents?
Yeah, that would be. I don't think that would work well for them if they had Buttigieg as the vice
Yeah,
president.
I think
My problem is like we keep treating this is like a high school government class.
a
You know what I mean? Like
popularity contest.
we're voting for like class president. Um, once again, I don't care if I like you. Like, can you run things well? Like, what is your methodology? What is the way you approach things?
Right.
And just in the last several years, the left just isn't talking to me. The stuff that they want to do, I not only does most of it do I not really care about, but the other half I'm adamantly against the way they approach it. Like, so it's like a double whammy, right? So it's, on one hand you're talking about a lot of stuff I just don't care about. On the other hand, the stuff that you do push, I don't agree with you actually, like adamantly.
And this is why I want to give her a chance. So this is why I say my vote is up in the air. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and my vote's
Sure.
she has a chance to get my vote. I want to hear what she really believes. I really do. I just want to hear what she.
You think we're ever going to hear
now
that?
what Biden believe?
She's going to toe the company line, man.
I'm just trying to be open-minded, Trinity.
Good luck.
Because, like you say, the left does not release itself from the far left. Well, the right doesn't release itself from the far right either. But
No.
Trump has gone a little bit further to the center on this abortion issue than I ever thought he could. Did you hear him the other day? He was like, "Look, I think there has to be some sort of understanding here of term limits. Like there's got to be a term here. You know what I mean?" And I was like, "Whoa, that's a little bit different than the right that says no, never, 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 right? Never an abortion."
But even those people, like, I don't agree with those people, but like, I can't hate on somebody. Like, if you think that it's murder,
yeah, I can't.
then I can't fault you for that. Like, I don't necessarily agree with your stance, but if you think it's murder, then yeah, I think you should probably be very hardcore on your approach if you actually think that it's murder.
Well, I agree that it is murder. I just don't have so much against murder in some instances. That's my problem. My problem is my morality issues.
Yes.
My moral dial is a little off, and I think there's some people that deserve a bat to the head, and then some people don't. Only that's illegal right now. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll vote a president that allows me to go hit somebody over the head with a bat. But as of today, I can't do it. But so it is murder. But they never. I do like how in the abortion issue is very complicated, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. But despite people saying because I'm a guy I shouldn't have a say so, that's not true. Because I think that's ridiculous because the baby is half mine, the baby is half yours. I have a say so because I don't have a right to this body. That I have a right to choose. If I had a right to choose, I'd be able to commit suicide. That would be okay. I'd be able to stab myself full of whatever I want. I'd be able to cut my limbs off. I'd be able to put whatever drug I want in my body if I had a right to choose what I do with my body. But the government tells me there's drugs that I can't put in my body. They tell me I can't commit suicide. They tell me I can't do these. Well, then nobody's body is their body.
Well, the other thing that, if I'm honest, man, the one that really pisses me off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Random. I can't do it, but I'll go to jail. Exactly. Yeah. It'll lock me up.
Well, if you fail.
Yeah. Which I probably would. I would chicken out at the last minute.
The thing that that really pisses me off about the whole abortion debate is the whole my body, my choice things or whatever. And the reason why that pisses me off is because it feels as if we all collectively bumped our head or took stupid pills. Because last I checked, babies don't happen by accident. Like you did make a choice. Like it's called consequences.
Yeah, you had a choice.
If you don't want consequences, then you don't do the action. Like, right. So this notion that like, oh no, I had a consequence, so now I shouldn't. Well, no, you should have thought about that prior to. Like,
they want a mulligan. They want a mulligan.
Yeah, but then that's when their argument is, well, what about rape and incest? Dude, it's like such a small percentage of abortions that take place. Like, stop it. Like, we all know that that's not what it is. What it is people who do it. Make a choice. Right. They end up, they have an baby. They find out that they're pregnant, and then the reality starts to hit, and they say, oh, crap, we don't have the money. We don't have the ability. I don't even really like you that much. I just met you in the bar the other night. Like, let's get this taken care of. Yeah. Well, you should have thought about that before you just randomly slept with somebody. Like, that is when the decision happens. That's when the choice happens.
Yep.
You don't come afterwards, like, my body, my choice. Well, no, you did choose. Like, and that's what pisses me off is it's not talked about enough.
Well,
And then the other thing that you keep talking about, or that is mentioned, this whole I'm a man, so I can't talk about it or whatever. I was never a slave either, but I can tell you slavery was bad.
That's right.
Like I don't have to have been a slave to know that it's probably not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. Like, so this notion that we can't like have thoughts because stop it. You just sound ridiculous. And that's where they lose me. Is they go so far that it's like the arguments that most of them make, I was smarter than that when I was like in third grade.
Right.
So it's like you're an adult and you're sounding like a moron, and you're expecting me to like buy into what you're selling to me. It's like, dude, you're not passing the smell test here.
Right.
You're just not.
Trinity, do you know if any guy's ever been able to go to court, like if they're getting sued for child support? Has anybody ever been able to go to court and use it's her body, her choice to get out of paying child support? Has anybody ever been able to do that and then not have to pay? And the judge go, you know what? You're right, sir. It's her body, her choice. You don't have to pay $1. Has anybody ever? No. Why?
Because we don't have rights either. That's the thing too, is they want to talk about.
Well, now you're a victim, Mr. Man, huh?
Yeah,
they want to talk about reproductive
rights. We don't have reproductive rights at all. Like if when my children were being born, like prior to being born, if I would have said, "Hey, I want to have these children," and my ex at the time said, "No, I'm going to abort them," there's literally nothing I could have done. Like, period.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like this whole my kids. Well, no, they're mine as well. Like,
they're mine too.
They're mine. Like, you couldn't have made them without me.
Yeah.
And so, but no, we don't have any rights at all when it comes to parental rights. Matter of fact, I found this out years ago when I was, getting court paperwork and stuff with my own children. If you're not married to the mother of the kids, like, you have zero rights as a father. Zero.
You have to fight for all that stuff.
I had to actually fight and pay to get my rights for my kids. Like, that's crazy to me. And it's like totally cool.
Yeah.
My body, my choice. Okay, well, what about us?
Well, yeah, they're going to say you should have kept the sperm to yourself, sir.
Well, that's why they are. That's why our reproductive rates are going down the toilet.
Well, so these things like this is, you think that's going to be a hot topic for this
abortion? I think they're going to try their hardest to make it a hot topic. Intellectually, I don't see how it can be, because that's the other thing, is just the Supreme Court didn't get rid of your right. All they said was send it back to the states. So the state gets to vote for it.
So here's the thing. So you flip the channels, right? And CNN is selling the point that they're saying that Trump wants a national abortion ban. I haven't heard. That's not the way I hear him say it.
Well, come on, dude. They say all sorts of stuff that isn't true. Because if I hear one more person sit here and tell me that Trump is like the Project 2025, even though he's come out multiple times, this is that's not. No, I have nothing to do with that.
Right.
But he's lying. Okay.
But they control the media. How are regular people? I mean, because you and I flip, but not a lot of people flip channels, man. A lot of people. Matter of fact, a lot of people just turned off all news.
All people turn on social media and see what their crazy aunt posted, and that's what they go off of. Let's just be honest, man.
Meme voters.
That's why thankfully X now has community notes. Yeah. And that's my favorite part, where somebody posts something ridiculous and right underneath it, you're like, nah, this is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes it hard. I think that's what makes it hard, because if I'm allowed, like if I controlled all of the news outlets and I'm allowed to say to all these people just lies, and then whenever the other person speaks, I'm going, hey, I'm going to fact check it. That person's lying.
Yeah.
People, they're gonna start. They believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
been in
conversations with people that have said stuff that Trump has said and that Republicans think, and it's like, I have Republican friends. They don't think like that's not the way they talk. No.
Well, that's why I said Amber Rose was probably the worst thing to happen for the Democrats. Right. When Amber Rose got up and talked at the RNC, like she came from the perspective of like, hold up, dude, like they've been selling me a false set of goods here.
Right.
All the stuff I've been hearing is not true.
Right.
And that's the thing that I did. I mean, literally, that's why I had to join you in this fight here. Right. That's what got me involved. I didn't care about Trump. I didn't vote for that dude when he first won.
You attacked me a lot. Even though I didn't vote for him, I would defend him. And you were like, you're a Trumper. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even vote for the guy, but I'm defending him because people are attacking him for no reason.
No, that's what happened to me. Is I watched, it was the racist thing. It was, they on the ticker, it said Trump's racist tweets on CNN.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I literally stopped what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, let me see what this was. This looks
Yeah.
good. So I immediately tried to find, the tweets that they're referring to. And then I found them and then I read them and I'm like, that's not racist. It's
Right.
stupid. It's
Right.
offensive. It's probably inappropriate, but
Right.
it's not racist. Like it doesn't reach that
Right.
level of the definition.
Right.
And it bothered me that CNN was touting that as a fact. Like when it goes on the ticker, like this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I started looking further into more of the things that I just took as face value. And then when I started looking more into it, I realized like, no, dude, they're like completely
Right.
dragging this dude over the coals, man. Like half the stuff is, and then just continue to go from there. Like when they said that all Mexicans are rapists, that is not what he said.
No.
When they said that they tried to claim that he told people to put bleach in there, that is not, dude. If you watched that press conference,
Yeah, he's a humorous guy. He says things.
if you watch the press conference,
Yeah.
and you walked away from that press conference thinking he was telling you to put bleach in your body to get rid of COVID, stop eating crayons.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. Because if you walked, if you have the intellect of a gnat, if you watched that and you thought that he was telling you to put bleach, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But that's what the story was. And I was like, how could you possibly get that? So that's what got me in the fight, was this blatant and that's the problem is that's why his numbers grew so much, because we're not the only ones that saw that.
Right.
And then we started paying attention, and then we actually started liking some of the stuff that he said.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I wouldn't have paid any attention to this dude had they just left him alone. But when they attacked him, then I felt the need, and that's what Amber Rose was saying. Was she was trying to tell her dad that he was racist and everything else, and dad was like, "Okay, we'll prove it." So she set out to prove it and watched all of his speeches and realized, you know what? None of the stuff I heard was true.
Right.
I'm not saying he's like the best speaker. No, he's an idiot, man. Stuff that he says, it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Stop it.
I'm fond of idiots, though. I'm cool with idiots.
Yeah,
I got a lot of friends that are idiots, man.
It doesn't bother me. Like I'm not
entertaining.
I'm not welcoming him into my family. You know what I mean? Like I want him to run the country. I'll never meet this dude. So what do I care if he says some stupid things? That doesn't bother me like it bothers some other people. And the people who say it bothers them, they're lying too. Because Biden, when Biden says, you're not black if you don't vote for me, that bothers everybody. But because he said it, they try to,
it didn't bother them.
Me.
It didn't bother them.
Yeah. My favorite one is the YouTube videos where they take quotes and they tell people it's Trump. Yeah, and then they find out later it's Biden. And then they look on their face of like, yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine? It'd be so funny if Trump would come out and says, "You're not white if you don't vote for me."
That'd be awesome.
He would do it as a joke because he is a jokester, but it would be taken like he just called the Proud Boys to action. Yeah, they would go crazy if you would say.
I'm just tired of everything being made racial, man. Like that video you sent me with the
everything
lady,
is racial. Yeah,
the lady who was like with the boiling pot of water. Yeah, that's a terrible instance. Like, why does it have to be race? Like, it just. I don't know, man. And to me, I think the Democrats are the ones doing that. The Democrats are the ones who are making the divide. They're the ones that are making everything about race, everything about division and labeling and things of that nature. And I think it's gotten out of hand.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
What is this? You comment on this, man.
Just remember if someone
is this from Twitch, by the way? Is this that Twitch?
Yes, this is Twitch. Yeah. Just remember if someone is complaining about the economy and quality of life, ask them if they subscribe to a streaming service. If they do, you can punch them in the face. Yeah, there you go. Well, he's right though, right? Like people are complaining about how hard and how bad. That's what I love when people say how terrible this country is. It's like, okay, well, what country would you rather go to? What country is more accepting than we are? Or the quote unquote poor people don't realize that poor is when you live in like another country where you have no water.
Dude,
like,
we're pissed when we can't get Wi-Fi, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's not. I'm not trying to belittle anybody's plight in life. Like, right, we all have difficulties. I get that, but it's perspective. No matter how difficult my life gets, I'd still much rather be here than like some crazy third world country.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with an American first agenda. I think Biden says the same thing. He just doesn't say it as cool, right? I mean, he just doesn't get the crowd. But I think that's why I like the energy where the Democratic Party is today, because at least they're all like energized today instead of crying. I like them a lot better energized than crying. When the Democrats are crying, it's just
time. They'll cry.
They make it miserable, bro. Well, they're gonna cry in November, bro. They're gonna be crying. But
yeah, I don't see them winning.
But
I could be wrong, but I don't see that happening.
First of all, I would have loved to see Robert Kennedy get brought back into the fold, but they just won't do it. When they out you, they out you. They did it to Bernie
Yeah.
Sanders, and
When
then
the machine says you're out, you're out.
The machine controls everything.
Yeah.
That's
They did to
what's so
Biden.
funny. This is when it's so weird because even the rock stars that make the music that go anti-machine are still fooled by the same machine.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I guarantee you, if you get Eddie Vedder,
Wow, dude.
he would probably still vote for Kamala over Trump. You know, Rage Against the Machine would probably still vote Kamala over Trump, even though this is the machine.
Yeah.
They're the ones doing what they tell you. You're doing what they tell you. You're doing what they tell you. You're thinking what they tell you. You're acting the way they tell you. They're controlling every bit of media, and you're listening to it.
Yeah. Well, he was Random was right when he said Bernie's probably sitting at home right now flipping off the screen. Yeah, dude, because Bernie he was the first one that got ousted.
He got
the rug pulled out from underneath him.
And he just took it because see, that's what gets me. Listen. As a person in the middle, let's get real honest. The left is you're a bunch of wimps sometimes. You let people run over you. You guys are only tough like all together. Like you're bullies in a pack.
Dude,
have you noticed that? Like if you flip channels, bro, every news station says the exact same words. Like they all got together and like, we're all gonna say this. No. The right only has Fox.
my favorite part about that one though is there was a meme that I had where somebody showed Trump after getting shot, pumping his fist in the air with blood running out his face, and then the other side of it was Biden who fell off his bicycle, and they all had to help him up. It's just like if that didn't bro, it is not looking good for you guys right now.
They're wimps. They're just really wimps. They cry about everything. They whine about everything. It's never about policy. It's always about color. It's never about policy. It's always about gender. It's never about policy. It's always about sexual orientation or whatever. Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop and stop putting brown people every time you say black and brown. You throw us in like we're like a add-on. Black and brown. No, don't throw the brown in there because the brown doesn't vote just one way. Stop talking to us like we're not all one unified vote. Are white people all one unified vote? No. So stop talking about brown people like we're all one unified vote. We all each have our own individual thoughts, and we can all make our own determinations. And half of us are this way and half of us are that way because that's the way it should be. Stop talking about us like we're all just one unified kind of thing. So if you did if we throw a brown in there, then all the brown people will join. No, you're a manipulator. No, I see through you.
They do it to whites too. I think all whites are the problem, even though half their party is the white people too.
Yeah, but it's white people saying it. That's
exactly.
See, at least when that's being said, it's a white person saying it about themselves.
Yeah,
white people are so racist, and it's a white person saying it.
Yeah, I don't count them. You're not a part of my race anymore. Get out.
It's so weird for that to even occur. I don't even understand that kind of situation where you're so self-hating that you attack everyone.
I have zero white guilt, just so we put that out there. I have none.
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry.
I'm going to add to that. First of all, slavery exists today, people. Yeah. It exists today. Yeah. There's Latinos right now in slavery. There's Asian people right now in slavery. Do you understand that? So for you white and black people to kind of act like it was just you two guys' issue and like it was done, and it's no. Asians still in slavery. Latinos still in slavery. So both you white and black people, stop your little crying about slavery that existed then when it still exists today. And you're fine with it because I guarantee you there's a lot of white and black people that didn't tip today. There's a lot of you that asked for some free something today. That, when you want something free from somebody and you want them to work for free. Yeah.
Well, they're still buying soccer balls and
stop
iPhones.
Stop it. I hate how many. There's a lot of Chinese people in slavery, bro.
Yeah,
there's a lot. There's a lot of people in other countries that are working as slaves. They have no choice. And there's a lot of people in this country that have to work for free for somebody that helped bring them over the border and stuff like that. So this is where all those issues get really convoluted, but neither side is really talking about the issue correctly. Yeah. Left uses migrants for one way, right uses migrants the other way, when in reality, both of you you're not on the right target. You're not on the right task. However, at least the right is more right when it comes to strict guidelines and rules, because at least that way My people are not being encouraged to come to this place expecting one thing, only to come here and get treated and ridiculed and hurt while they're here. But then they paint it like, oh, they're all living in beautiful hotels and stuff. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take you to some places where there's a lot of poor Latinos that aren't living in beautiful hotels and stuff. Maybe in one little spot there, maybe in this little spot there, not generally. So don't start hating on us. We're not part of the problem. You guys just keep fighting amongst yourselves. You white and black people keep fighting amongst yourselves. Keep us out of it. Keep us out of it. Stop telling my people to come over to this country and get all our women get raped on the way here. The guys get ripped off on the way here. You get abused all the way here. And then you got to work in slavery when you're here, only to be threatened with getting sent back all the time and just being manipulated and lied to. So, oh, they hate you. They hate you. They want to send you back. No, you don't like me either. You just want my vote. You're that person that you think you're helping me, but all you're really doing is keeping me down. So what are you talking about? I'd rather follow a Republican type policy that says we can all become and get than you just say, no, you're already there. You might as well just stay there. All you need is a hug. You need a safe space. You just need a safe space. You're a victim. You're a victim. Enjoy your victim. Just we love you. It's like, I don't want your love. I want your money. So I need to follow. I want the power and control of the money. That's why everybody used to love Trump back in the day.
Well, the funny thing is the Republican Party somehow became the party more closely aligned with like a meritocracy than the Democratic Party, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, the Republican Party was much more nepotism and things of that nature,
right?
And like dynasties and stuff like that. But now it's like the tables are kind of like shifting a little bit, and the Republican Party is much more meritocracy, whereas the left is all about equity and equality. And it's like, well, but we're not all equal. What about the person who, and the funny thing too is even the Democratic people, like they're all about equity and equality until you talk about like their sports team or something like that. It's like, oh, well, wait a minute, how come your sports team is all black people? Should we have more whites? And well, no, that's different.
Yeah.
How's that different?
Yeah.
It's just something you care about. That's why it's different.
Yeah, I think basketball needs to be 50-50 then, no matter what.
Well, but what about like, and that's the other problem, right? If you listen to anything Jordan Peterson says is like, you can continue to dissect that forever. Right. What about the Asians? What about,
by Random Rick?
See you, man. What about little people? What about, like, where does the equality stop?
Oh, they get ignored so much. Poor little people.
Yeah.
Poor little people.
But that's the thing that's why you can't do that. It's because you can infinitely just dissect things.
It won't.
So there's always going to be somebody who's feeling left out. And that's why we don't do those things.
Yeah.
And that's why they can't hold water when they try to defend stuff.
Well, the whole thing that I've never seen that person that looks like me in that situation or in that position.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's like, dude, the little people have never seen anyone like as a little person be in any of those situations. Does that mean they can't learn? That means they shouldn't be able to go to school because they've never been able to go to school and have a bunch of teachers that are all little people.
Yeah.
So that's not the reason you're not paying attention in school. Yeah, you're not paying attention in school because your teachers don't look like you or act like you or talk like you. Because as a Latino, they didn't look and talk like me either.
Yeah, but even then, to be honest, if you think that way, you're stupid. I'm going to just put it out there. If you think that way, you're stupid.
Well, if you're a parent and you teach your kids that, you're stupid.
I don't care who you are. If you think that way, you're stupid. Yeah. I don't care if it was taught to you or if you taught it. It's stupid.
How many times did I tell you, dude? We had Chico and the Man, we had Poncharello, right? That's all we had, like stuff like that.
But this notion that I can't.
I looked up to George Jefferson, Fred Sanford, and stuff like that. Look, none of them looked up to Chico and the Man.
Michael Jordan. Yeah. Like, stop it. This notion that I can't gain anything from you knowledge-wise or enrich my life because you're not the same color. Like, how pathetic and petty are you that you're so focused on that you can't even hear the mission? Maybe that's why you're stuck where you're at.
And you guys love us. You guys love it. When you guys always said tall, your women always said tall, dark, and handsome. They were talking about us. Yeah. Talking about Latinos. They like the way we dance. They like the way we look. They like the way we move. We should just embrace it. Latinos of the world, just let's embrace it. Let them fight amongst themselves. We're good.
Well, the funny part is you're a bigger minority, and yet nobody talks about it.
And we traffic slaves, by the way, but we never get blamed for it. It was our ships, but we never get blamed for it. We never get blamed for it, man. The Dutch, us and the Dutch, man, don't trust the Dutch.
Yeah,
it's weird how the Dutch now. Everybody always like points out to like Amsterdam and stuff. Dutch ships actually were not very nice. They weren't very good people.
Well, nobody ever accused them of thinking, so there's that.
It's funny.
It's just speaking of that, we the news for today. I don't know if everybody's watching this who caught on or not, but the leader of the Secret Service resigned today as well after the shellacking that she took yesterday in Capitol Hill.
Yeah,
Because
see
that was, of course, yeah.
that's
Muy
hi, Nan.
bonito. But yeah, she resigned, which I think that was a foregone conclusion.
We knew that was happening.
I gotta say, man, like I watched a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah. Dude.
Wow.
She didn't answer anything, did she?
No, dude, it was pathetic. But can you imagine just sitting there and having to take all that with a smile on your face? Because on one hand, she was probably being told by people, "Hey, don't say anything."
She couldn't.
And then
She couldn't. She's Secret Service. She's the one service that if you're gonna, it's like being the head of CIA in there talking about. So tell us where the people are. They can't do it. She can't answer your questions on television, bro.
She got laid into. There was like 3 or 4 of them that I was like, wow, dude. They just let. Some of them were just kind of like stupid. Like some of them were grandstanding. I could tell they were trying to get make a point or whatever.
Make a point. Yeah.
But a couple of them, they actually had real knowledge and real things. I was just like, whoa.
Would you say that you're more in danger if it's an assault rifle? Would you say that you're more in danger? She goes, we're in danger with any weapon.
Yeah, that was that I could tell the agenda. They were trying to blame assault rifles, like stop it, or AR-15 style rifles.
Well, Kamala said today she's coming after the AR-15s. So she's going to do a ban on them. They're gone.
Yeah, she's going to lose a lot of votes from that.
Yeah,
because a lot of people have those.
Yeah. So remember when Democrats used to say they don't want to take your guns. That's not what they're saying. Let's remember what she just said today, because she did just say today that she wants to ban those guns. So yeah, she does want to take your guns. So 4 months from now, when someone's on TV going, she never said she wanted to take your guns. No, she actually did, kid. She actually did.
Yeah, no, they want the guns. Because for whatever reason, they think that it's all the guns' fault. Mind you, there's crazy people out there who are pissed off and led astray. They're the ones actually pulling the triggers. But no, it's the guns' fault. Sure. How many guns did they use again in the Boston Marathon bombing?
Yeah.
Years ago?
Why don't we take away prescription pads? Because prescription pads kill more people than any gun has. So let's just ban prescription pads. Let's just ban doctors. Doctors kill people.
Cars kill more people, so we should all start walking. Yeah. Nobody gets a car anymore. No, we're just gonna bubble wrap the world. No, man, that's what I mean by like the positions that they take are just untenable. Like they're so reactionary. Right. It's like it's not the gun's fault, people.
No, it's the hate. It's the hate.
Well, not only that, but the same tool that was used in the attempted assassination just so happened to be the same tool that stopped the assassination.
Yeah.
So like, they want to count how many people die every year from guns. Which, first of all, most of them are by suicide. By the way, they're not actual violence towards one another. Right. Secondly, when the numbers that they never count, they never give, is how many lives were saved for guns every year.
Yeah.
They just magically don't ever count that. All they want to do is count this side of it, and like, just stop it. And that's what I mean. Right. It's just, it's like they're just so unreasonable. The stances that they take, they're just so illogical. It's just, it doesn't make sense, people. It just doesn't.
Nobody's for gun violence, but the same people that are not for gun violence are not for any violence. How about everybody just like cool down. Let's stop saying angry stuff to each other.
Stop calling one of the candidates Hitler, and a Nazi, and
because if you do, it's okay to attack them. Like, who wouldn't be okay with killing Hitler?
Yeah,
you'd be praising the dude for killing Hitler. You'd get look. I mean, wait a minute. Wasn't it Trump that goes, "I killed Salam Ali"? Was it? However you say that dude's name. Yeah. Wasn't it Obama that says, "I killed Bin Laden"? So every single one of them get up and say, "I killed somebody." So when it's an evil person, we're all good with it. We're all good with it. So don't say the president's evil, because somebody's going to take you for that and be like, okay, well, then you're okay with me doing it.
But no, it's bullshit, too. Like, they call him a threat to democracy. How? He's not taking away democracy. He's a threat to what you want. And what you don't realize is half the country doesn't believe in you. Like, the other half the country feels differently. So it's not against democracy. No, it's against the way you want to vote, man.
You mean the guy whose party actually voted him as the lead candidate, as opposed to you, who you try to tell your entire party, I'm going to go for it regardless. I'm self-anointing myself, Biden, as the running mate, until they took away your money and forced you out, and now all of a sudden you
live by the sword, die by the sword.
You anointed the next person, and now that person, without not one vote, That's democracy. Okay.
Yeah. But that's what I mean is like this notion that he's this evil man. Like he's never killed anybody that I'm aware of. Like he's not out there slapping people and taking candy from babies. You know, this go to of like he's Hitler, he's a Nazi. It's like, oh my god, it's so played out, dude. Shut up. Like Nazis are gone, bro. They left in the 40s. They're gone.
First of all, that's disrespectful to every Jewish person that's
Yeah.
out there, because Hitler is a certain individual that was pure evil. He killed 8 million Jews, or is it 6 million or 8 million?
A lot.
I say 8 million.
A lot.
It's a lot of million, and that right there, that is not what this is. That is a very different situation, and we should never use that name lightly. We should never say the word Hitler or the name Hitler as an adjective like that. It is a specific evil man who destroyed half of a certain population. Half. That's a huge number.
It's a lot of people.
That is not a name to be thrown around lightly. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Do not use the name Hitler like that, because that's not cool to any Jewish person out there.
It's just not true. That's just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you call him Hitler. Like, stop it. Just stop.
Now, calling him Idi Amin, on the other hand, that's okay. Because Idi Amin just ate people. He was just disgusting. No, I don't know. We've had some pretty bad individuals out there for real that have done some real damage in the world. So you can't throw. This guy's not talking like that, man. This guy's talking about, and that's the sad thing, man. This guy talks about unification, and no matter what he says, they just don't like it. It's just not gonna. You're not gonna hear anything what he's really saying. If you hate the dude, you're not gonna hear what he's going.
Pretty much.
But that's why today I'm saying, look, my vote is up in the air. I'll listen to you, Kamala. I'll listen to you, because I don't want to play the same game. Now that there's a new ballot, right? Now that there's a new name on it, I'm willing to listen. I'll be open-minded and I'll listen. And Kamala, you might be able to earn my vote. But, some of you have decided, and that's fine for you. That's fine for you. I'm not saying that's a negative. Well, hell, especially if you're a Republican. I mean, because right now you're winning. I just run with it, man. You got it. But those of you on the left that were like kind of wavering, all of a sudden now you like Kamala. Why don't we hear her out first? Why don't we hear her out? Because what if the other dude's right? What if the other dude's better for the country? And again, like Trinity said, you're not inviting him home for dinner. Better for the country.
Yeah.
Don't let Trump babysit. Better for the country. Although he did a great job with his kids. He picked the right women, because all the women he picked were great moms.
Yeah.
His kids, look, none of his kids had some of the problems that Biden's kid had. Right? I mean, Biden's kid went out with his brother's wife when she died, had a cocaine. I mean, there's all kinds of little stories, and I'm not trying to fault him. I'm not blaming Biden for that, but I'm saying there's drama there that people, if that were Trump, people would be pouncing on that like he's some horrible parent, that's why the son is the way he is.
Yeah.
But
Trump doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink.
Like he's a great guy. Well, we don't know that. He might be a crappy dad.
Yeah. Well, Trump doesn't smoke. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He's been there for his kids. He's been there for his grandkids. Like, the thing that I find interesting is much hyperbolic stuff out there about him. The one thing I've noticed is consistent is everybody who knows the dude seems to like him.
Right. Everybody
who meets him and actually interacts with him seems to really like him.
So he's a womanizer. Yeah, but the women, they were all right with it. He did. They didn't have an issue with it when they were taking advantage of being in the VIP section.
Well, but the same people that, like, if you were going to take womanizer, something tells me it'd be a dead heat if you took the top of each side and see who the womenizers are. There's going to be probably a dead heat.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
there's
people in power and money and things
of
like that.
Hookers.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, let's not pretend like either one of them has a high horse on that particular one. Like, stop it.
Look, dude. We know there's a lot of women out there that if a dude has money, they come on. There's a reason we have older men with younger women, right? Yeah, if you see somebody that's 30 years older than the woman they're with, you know damn well the dude's got money. You don't see a broke dude 30 years older with a 30-year younger woman. Only a dude with money. So, that's just kind of the way it is. I'm not saying it's right or it's okay. It's just the dude had money.
Facts of life, man.
And everybody was on him. guys, girls, everybody.
Yeah.
Trump's got pictures with every celebrity that ever was a celebrity in that time period. They all loved him and liked him and wanted, the seats to his, boxing matches that he put on at Trump Towers and all that other stuff, man. Everybody liked him. So,
Yeah.
What'd you say? Unless they're trying to get a green card. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Marissa mentioned about the assassination attempt. She said, "I still can't believe he was allowed on stage when I knew of the threat at least 26 minutes or more. I think our entire government was in on it. It was a millimeter miracle when he turned his head." Yeah,
I'm not ready to go there. I'm not ready to go there.
I'm not like there's I can't remember who made the quote, but never assigned to maliciousness that which can be assigned to ineptitude. Like I think the far easier thing to believe is I think they got complacent. I think they didn't take it seriously, and it was just a stack of things that just went badly because they got too complacent. I think they just took it for granted that nobody's doing anything. This is like his 100th speech. It's like, okay, let's go hear it out. Let's look at the crazies today, whatever. And then boom, it happened. Like, oh God, well, yeah, that's because you didn't dot your I's and cross your T's. And we're all guilty of it, right? Like, in every single one of us who's ever done a job in any way, shape, or form, we've all gotten lazy. The first couple times, yeah, you do your best, but once you've been in that job for a long time, you start to get used to patterns. And because what was it I heard today? It was like when you're going to war, the most dangerous ones are the first month and the last month, because the first month you don't know what you're doing, and by the last month you're complacent and you're no longer your head on a swivel, because you start to get used to routines and patterns, and all it takes is just somebody to break that up.
Yeah.
So what I think happened is they got too lax. They even mentioned in how people have come in with the rangefinders before. When you first hear that, your first thought is like, "What the hell? Why would you even need that?" But when they talk about it, that means they found people. So once you found your 100th person with the rangefinder, you're not as concerned anymore. So you're like, whatever, man, just keep it in your pocket, whatever. Because I've had that. I carry a pocket knife with me pretty much everywhere I go. And I've had places where I've gone into, I'm like, oh crap, they got like a metal detector, and they let me through. Should they? I don't know.
Looking the way you look.
That's not mine for me to say, but by the letter of the law, I'm probably going to say that there's a rule against that. But here in Florida, especially in the South, I'm sure there's probably thousands of people that come in with little pocket knives. Just what you do. And so you get complacent until that one person manages to kill somebody with a pocket knife. Now all of a sudden it's like, I can't believe it. So I think that's what happened. As I think that they didn't take it seriously. I think this dumb little kid was able to get there. Do I think that he was alone? I don't know, man. I don't even know what to believe anymore. What's coming out? I just know that Trump is here today not because of them doing their jobs correctly. He's here today because he just so happened to look in one direction. That's why.
Sounds like the Oliver Stone movie. To the up and to the left. Up and
back into the left. Back into the left.
Yeah, back into the left. Back into the left. Now it's up and to the right. Up and to the right.
And I think that's why he's here. And I think that some serious change needs to be made because that's unacceptable. You can't be out there just assassinating people.
So what happens from here, Trinity? Like what do we do? How do we stay open to kind of just saying, okay, this is an important job that they're both asking for. How do we stay open to stay fixated on the issues that matter to each of us individually instead of whatever platforms they really want to talk about? I mean, because do you know what issues are most interesting to you? Because I know the issues. Like to me, immigration used to be the biggest issue back in the day when I wanted everybody to keep running. But I didn't mean for that many people to be running. So now that is just not my biggest issue anymore.
I don't know.
But the economy is probably my biggest issue. For me, it's because interest rates just drive me nuts, bro. So that part has me annoyed.
For me, to be honest with you, it's the economy, and it's some of these social issues that I don't agree with. Like, because I have children, little children, and so when I hear certain, I don't think. If I'm honest, man, I don't see the Democratic Party winning my vote anytime soon. I'd have to see an awful lot of change in philosophy, not individual, but of the machine. Because that's the problem is all the people that we hear are just cogs in the wheel. Trump was a disruptor. Trump came in and he completely transformed what the Republican Party stood for.
That's for sure.
And so to me, the Democratic Party at the moment is still the Democratic Party. It doesn't matter what person you plug in.
Right.
Their philosophy remains the same. and that's a philosophy I can't get behind. Period. I just
Okay.
can't.
Okay.
Um, I just don't agree with it. Maybe my time is going. Maybe I'm over that hill and I just don't matter anymore. Then fine. Hey, at some point my vote won't count anymore either.
It's fair. You have young
But
kids, and
yeah,
you know what. Like I said, each one of us, it depends on what's important to you.
yeah. So I can't get behind some of the stuff that they're doing.
Okay.
The allowing schools to not tell. Do you know the amount of festivity? I made that word up. I would
I was
have.
gonna say, is that a
I made
word?
that word up.
Oh, okay, good.
That I would have if I found out one of my kids was going through something major at school, and they decided it wasn't important to notify me.
Gotcha.
Like, dude, I would be pissed off with the fury of 1,000 suns. Like, what? Like, the notion that you would even that anybody would wrap their head around that and think that that's an okay thing to do bothers me to know of it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then this notion that it's okay because it's a gay pride show for them to run around with their penises out
Mm.
and just overtly, like, way beyond
Yeah.
sexuality, like absurd, to where if a straight person would go out and do that tomorrow, they'd be in jail.
Right.
Like, and you're going to sit there and look at me in my face and tell me that that's okay. I'm never going to get behind that. It's never going to make sense to me. So the financial part, I don't like, and
Right.
a lot of the social issues, I can't get behind the philosophy.
Right.
That's not to say I agree with the Republicans on everything. I don't, but one to me is so far beyond the pale. I can't even work with that. To whereas
Mm.
this one over here, there's some things I don't agree with, but I can work with you on. Like, I can negotiate, I can compromise, we can have discussions. To whereas this side over here, like, I can't even talk to, like, you're not even in the same
Yeah,
reality that I'm
but
in.
we need to have a more serious discussion of that whole issue, because it's a serious thing, and as a counselor, I'm feeling like my people have failed
Yeah,
the public. I think therapists have failed
yeah, they have agendas now.
because I think therapists have taken it from being something that if you've been traumatized by your personal having some identity issues, or your family has hurt you or abused you, or you were sexually abused or traumatized, I think we need to still be processing through that, rather than telling people that the whole world has to adapt to you and your new belief system, or your part of trying to figure out the part that made you sick and feel sick. You know what I mean? Because you are worthy, you are valuable. That you still should be worthy and valuable. But if your trauma has caused you to change how you identify or change how you view yourself, you need to process through that. There's a big difference between being genetically different and being different because you were traumatized and pushed in a certain way. You know what I mean? And I think we don't even talk about that stuff anymore. And that's
Yeah,
a whole bigger subject
it is.
that I would like to one day do on our show, is to really talk about sexuality and how your sexuality sometimes is moved and changed based on your traumas. Look, there's a reason I know that I was attracted or have been attracted to older women. I was sexually abused by an older woman. So I was always sexually attracted to older women. Dana being a year younger than me is like totally weird of how we got together, because that wasn't the kind of woman I went out with. I always was attracted to women 20, 30 years older than me. And I didn't know why that really was until I processed through my trauma. Whereas there's people out there walking around with traumas, and instead of processing in the trauma and figuring it out, we've just said, no, that's who you are. You are who you are. You were born that way. Not everybody is born the way that they like what they like. Some
Yeah.
people, they got
Well,
there's stuff that happened,
yeah.
and we have to acknowledge that. And I think that's why I think as therapists and counselors, I think we've failed. We have failed a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's precisely the point that I'm making, right? Like, and the other half of that, right, is even their positions are untenable. Like, they don't even make sense. Like, you can't follow the logic back, and until they can satisfy that, I'm never going to buy into it. Like, when you tell me that, my kids cannot go and get a tattoo right now
Right.
because they're not 18,
Right.
because it's a permanent thing, or whatever, but they could go and change their gender and potentially permanently castrate themselves. Like, somehow that is okay. Like, stop it.
It's a big issue. It's a big issue.
They're talking about their feelings and not fact, right? Like, and I get, man, feelings are important. Let's deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody has to be the adult in the room and be like, hold up, like I get what you're feeling, but here's all this fact over here I can't deny.
Yeah.
So let's operate based upon fact, and let's deal with your feelings.
See, it's an important thing to discuss. And if you want to live in make believe and change, the way you view yourself and have different people, you're allowed to live in make believe and be whatever you want. But the whole world doesn't have to play make believe with you.
Yeah,
and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I can go out and tell people I'm the strongest, smartest person in the world, and I'm not. But you know what? So what? You don't have to prove me wrong. You don't have to come at me for thinking that or saying that. And I can just think that. There's a lot of people out there that think they're very attractive and they're not. They're ugly.
I identify as right.
Let them identify. Yeah, I identify
as right. So I'm right all the time.
Yeah, and that's fine. We're all allowed to be in our. Who isn't in make believe out here? You know what I mean? Who isn't playing make believe? But we don't all play along. There's people that just shouldn't be wearing what they're wearing. We've all seen them. We've all seen them and look like, why is that person wearing that? Do you not know? But you know what? Let them. They're feeling good about themselves. They feel sexy. Then let them feel sexy. Who cares? It's not your life. Let them wear whatever they want to wear. And I think that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. It's okay to accept people who they are, but I'm not playing along with you. You know what I mean? I don't need for you to be healthy.
Yeah. So for me, that's where I'm at. Like, the economy. The fact that everything is just like every time I turn around, things are just more expensive and going crazy. And the social issues, those are my two main things that I focus on.
All right. Yeah. I could see that. See, mine is the money is right at the top of my list, I guess, because I'm paying for all these colleges.
This is top of my list right now too, brother.
So that's the top of mine. And so whoever. It's not necessarily, see, because I can't go by their words. I can't go by what they say. I got to go by what I see. See, they forget that we lived through Trump being a president.
Yeah.
So they can't scare me by saying, oh, he'll never leave office. He did leave office.
Oh, dude, thank you.
He did.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of people saying like, well, he's going to do this and he's going to do that.
A matter of fact,
president for 4 years.
You guys convicted him of 34 crimes, right? 34 felonies. Where was the riot?
Yeah.
He didn't call a riot. You guys shot at him. Where was the riot? He didn't call a riot. He called peace.
Yeah.
He called for peace. You guys praised Biden for calling for a stay on the rhetoric when Trump was shot at, but Trump literally called for that as well and called for unity, and you guys still called him a Hitler and all that crap.
Stop telling me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing.
I see exactly what you're saying, and yeah, exactly. And you're telling me I'm not seeing that. You're telling me I'm not hearing that. You keep saying we got to calm down the rhetoric, but you're talking about them. You're not talking about yourselves. And so listen, we see it right now. Just the Republican Party seems to have it more going on than you guys do. And so you gotta figure that out, man. And Trump is not your problem. Trump is the disruptor that Trinity said. Trump exposed the swamp exactly like what Trinity says. Dude, I would have if you would have told me as a kid that the Republican Party would become the working class party. There is no way I would believe that.
No, never.
There's no way I would believe that. There are so many people out there that are Democrat by history, not by current. First of all, if you are a person of faith at all, you're a Democrat, you have to really look at what that means right now, because the Democratic Party is they say so many anti-God things that it's like you have to settle your party down from stop doing that, because it's not cool. This is a freedom of religion kind of country. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I don't do this religious persecution stuff. I don't like attacking people for their beliefs. You know what I mean? But I do not like how Democrats will always make fun of Republicans' faith and belief system when there are a lot of Democrats that are people of faith.
I heard a lot. I heard a new term yesterday that I found interesting. A very popular atheist said it, actually. And it made sense. It's called a cultural Christian. Cultural Christian. So that means I'm not a believer. I don't subscribe to it, but I can see the value in it. Like I can see that if everybody did that, if everybody operated that way, I could see how it would make for a better society.
That's me then.
And I can see that. Like I don't subscribe to it. I'm atheist. I don't believe in any of it. But do I think the world would be a better place if everybody like followed that? Yeah, probably. I can see how that would make things better.
Wow.
cultural Christian. That was a very interesting term I heard earlier.
I like it, Trinity.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
See, I know that there's the aliens out there brought us here and put us here, and I can see why we call them God, because they came from the sky and dropped us off and left us here, and they haven't come back yet. You know, my Puerto Rican side of my family can relate. They got left on an island, says I'll come back and pick you up later, and they go, "Hey, ¿dónde vas? Where are you going?" And they left on the boat and they didn't come back. They left them there, so I get it. And then my Mexican side of the family, you know, they got here. I don't know how they got here, but they got here, and then later they stayed right where they're at, and then some of us crossed over. They moved the line on us a little bit. You see how that they did that? You know, the Rio Grande.
They bought it.
Let's draw the line here. Yeah, Santa Ana.
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, no, that was more Santa Ana.
Okay.
You know, come on, get up on your history. See, I'm a Texan. Texans know our history.
There you go.
But that's all we know is Texas history. By the way, we don't. I have no idea what happened anywhere else in the country.
I don't remember half that anymore.
But no, all right, so good. So we'll see what happens. So my vote's up. I hope we hear a lot of good stuff. I hope we hear some really important stuff. We can, you know, I hope that it's not about rhetoric and it's not about personalities, that it's about substance. We'll see. You know, I really do think that Trump better not take her lightly. Because if he comes out the same way he was coming at Biden, I think that's going to work against him. I don't think he can just attack her, because you're gonna make people feel sorry for her if you come at her. You know, then you are going to look like a sexist. Then you are going to look like a racist. And if you look like a sexist and a racist and a misogynist, it's not going to come off good for you. And her, she's just got to just stay punching. Just punch away, girl. Just come out fighting, and just if you could change that tone just a little bit, because the tone of your voice really gets on my nerves, man. It's just that tone is just a little bit hard to hear. It's like chalkboard.
Marissa said he should attack her record, and that's it. She doesn't have a record, though. That's the problem. She's done nothing. You remove the gender and the race. What is she going off of? Nothing.
You know, we don't know, Trinity. Look, we don't know.
We do, because if she did, she would have ran on it back when she was going against Biden, and that's why nobody wanted her.
She wasn't in long enough to listen to.
All she has is a prosecutor.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
But there's no doubt. That's my problem. It's all on public record. Like, we can just look and see. Like, we don't have to, she doesn't have to drum up anything. It's all public record. Literally, we can look.
Wouldn't it be a defense attorney that would be able to get more minority votes than a prosecutor? You just come out and say you're a prosecutor. How does that get certain votes? There's certain people out there that go, wait a minute, you want me to vote for a prosecutor?
Yeah, well, that's what Tulsi Gabbard said when she was going against her. It was like, look, you put 2,000 young black men in prison for weed.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and admitted to smoking it and hanging out and doing all sorts of stuff. Meanwhile, you're over here prosecuting them, sending them to jail. Like, that's what I'm saying. There is no benefit of the doubt. There's no doubt. Like, I can look at her record.
I'm going to give her the benefit. Okay. I want to listen to her. I want to hear her out, man. I'm interested. But I don't want to hear the talking heads tell me what she's saying. I want to literally hear that chalkboard, annoying voice of hers tell me her position, and she could win my vote. And Robert Kennedy, I wish they would have him on TV right now. Where are you, Robert? Like, where are you sitting? Because Robert Kennedy, I think, can change this election whoever he endorses. Is he going to endorse her? Is he going to endorse him? Or is he really going to seriously run as a third party? What's going to happen? I think he is a big factor here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know how much pull he has, even though technically the Kennedys, for whatever reason, have a lot of pull, especially in the older crowd, though.
Whatever.
I'm trying to look at some of her quotes.
Uh-oh. It's that laugh, that little laugh that she has. She thinks it's because she's a laugher. No, it's the tone, girl. There's a certain little pitch of your voice that's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't hate the woman, but I just think that this notion, though, that she's somehow the answer or the solution to our problems. I don't agree.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. What if she is? I don't know. You can change. See, I'm a forgiving person.
Here's a quote for her. Here's a quote for her.
What's the quote?
It's time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
Is that a Confucius? Is that in a cookie?
Stupid.
Is that in a cookie?
Yeah. That's called stupid. Let me see. There was another one. My favorite one was the Russia one when she said Ukraine was a country that was a small country and it was next to Russia, which is a big country. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to a rally. I gotta go to a rally, dude. I gotta experience this myself. This is gonna be fun.
We just when she opens her mouth, it's a word salad. It's
how
like
can you not enjoy it though?
It's like a 2-year-old that's in trouble. That's just saying stuff, just saying words. It's just like a word salad.
But they're words that are words, and we've all said words. We've all said words, right? We all had my mama said words. I said words. We've all said words, and they're words that get said because they're words.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like
that's kind of the way she talks. She says like the same word over and over again, and then it's like, and then she'll look to somebody to the side and laugh, and like people laugh with her because they're like, "Well, I'm with somebody that's famous from TV, so I gotta like this, right?" But you know, I don't know. Hi, Mom.
I'm telling you, man. Just some of the stuff that just comes out of her mouth.
Yeah,
it's just bad, dude. It's and the problem is Biden had an excuse. He's old. He's senile. Like he's just over the hill. She's not any of those things, and yet she still makes no sense half the time she speaks. So at least Trump, right? Trump speaks in very hyperbolic speak. Everything's the best. Everything's the greatest. Everything's you've never seen before. Which is stupid and ridiculous. But at least it's coherent. Like I can understand what he's trying to get.
Yeah, it's an exaggeration. He's a salesman.
Yes.
He's a pitch guy.
Yes.
He's a Flavor Flav of himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when she speaks, it's like, what did you say?
The Riddler. She's the Riddler.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find some more. I can't find them at the moment, but there was one somebody posted. There was a whole slew of them.
Well, we'll do another one of these soon, and we'll be able to catch up. We'll have a whole week.
She'll get more though. She'll get more because she's going to get a lot more attention than she's gotten. Because people seem to forget she's been our VP for the last 3.5 years, and nobody's seen her. She's been completely
nothing. She's had the best. She's had the best life. I'm telling you, she's had the best life. She has just slid into this opportunity. I mean, come on, bro. You got it. That is the American dream. And that's getting ignored. She is the American dream.
It was Montel Williams' side hoe, and now she's the VP.
Oh, well, who was the mayor? There was a mayor over there that supposedly there was.
I don't know, but
that's how she got the job. That's how she got the job.
There's videos of Montel Williams hanging out with her on a red carpet, introducing, this is Kamala Harris. Like,
hey, nothing wrong with that.
I ain't going to hate. Do your thing.
Nothing wrong with that.
But let's not pretend like you got
whatever it takes. Listen, that's the American way. That's the American way, man. Yeah, come on. My wife retired in her 20s. Good for her. She got with the right dude. She's able to sit back there and drink her Starbucks and her wine and enjoy life since her 20s without having to work. I don't blame the woman.
Oh, the one she just did like an hour ago. It says, "I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?" Yeah, you heard it here first, kids.
I love these, dude. I love it. Dude, she's so entertaining. How can you not love it? I love it. Between those, dude, these two are going to give us so much entertainment.
Yeah, that is true.
They're going to give us so much entertainment.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, half the stuff that comes out of her mouth.
I can't. I'm excited. I'm excited. I love it. I love the new energy. I swear the Democratic Party right now are treating it like Biden is the best man. We love Biden. We love Biden. We love Biden. Yeah. Love Biden. We love Biden. We love Biden. Love Biden. I mean, this is all you're hearing, right? We hear it like it's so funny how much we love Biden. But isn't Biden great? The way he selflessly backed out. We love Biden. You did a coup. You literally ousted the dude. He is mad as hell. He's not.
I don't think he even remembers. He probably doesn't even know. Well, the other conspiracy thing is right. Like he apparently had some sort of a medical problem in Vegas. Nobody's seen him since.
You know damn well he didn't have no COVID. Get out of here.
I don't know, man. Nobody's seen him. And then the paperwork that don't you think it's kind of weird though that like he announced his dropping out through social media? Like he didn't come out and do a speech or anything. He didn't talk to anybody. It was like this weird social media post. It wasn't even on letterhead. And his signature looked awfully different than all the other signatures.
It's Weekend at Bernie's. We've had Weekend at Bernie's for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
That's it. This guy has been in decline for a long time. They've been lying to us for a long time. That's what I really hope she just really distances herself from being part of that lie. Stop saying you love Biden and just run on your own, girl. Just run on your own.
Well, that's the other problem too, right? That I have with her is you've been complacent, right? Like you've been complacent in the sense that we've all known that he's been crazy. We've all known that he's been slipping mentally, and yet you've been right by his side. So, boss, how much more? It's like, dude, at no point you don't want to step up and say, "Hey, this is a problem." Like
they're all part of the lie. They're all part of the lie.
And that's the problem is we saw the debate.
All of them.
Like
but we saw it all year. We saw it for 4 years, though.
You can't hide it on the debate.
We saw it the whole 4 years.
And they were saying too. They were saying like, "Oh, he had one bad night." No, dude, erase the 3.5 years of him just completely mumbling through things or whatever. Fine, I'll give you that. Listen. One bad night, dude. That wasn't one bad night. That was like a catastrophe. That wasn't even close to a bad night. That was like, what is wrong with you?
Trinity. But you're talking about a political party that proved to the public that the party of the NRA, the gun party, attacked the Capitol to take over the United States, but not one of them had a gun. But they came to attack the United States and take over the Capitol. Then why did they bring their guns? They all have guns.
I got another quote.
Not one of them brought their guns that day. They all forgot.
I got another nugget of wisdom here from Kamala Harris. I think it's very important for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present. With nuggets like that, dude.
She's gonna get my vote. She's gonna get my vote because this is gonna be hilarious. I'm loving it.
Like it didn't even make sense.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Like that's the one.
I'm a vote for her if she keeps on doing that stuff.
Oh my god!
If she keeps on talking like that, she's gonna.
That's
earn
all
my
she's
vote.
done her entire career is say stupid things.
She's gonna earn my vote because I love the presidency is just entertainment.
I think she's so in over her head right now, dude. I think she's so in over her head, and I think she's a deer caught in the headlights, and is like, "You want me to what? Okay, okay, I'll do it because why not? You know, you're playing with house money. Because what's the worst that can happen for her? She loses. She was already the VP.
She loves Venn diagrams. Read it. Just Google Venn diagram quote from her or the school bus. Google the school bus quote. I want to hear the school
that
bus.
Biden was a racist.
No, what's the school bus? She did a school bus like that. She loves. Who doesn't love yellow school buses? What's that? What's the quote? Gosh, she's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna love this.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yes, just Google school bus, yellow school bus quote Kamala. See if you find it. Come on, give me more. Give me more. I want more.
School
that's funny.
Whoa.
That's right. Biden called her VP Trump.
Yeah, that's right. And he also introduced Zelensky as Putin.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I love it.
Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus? Many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right? It's part of our experience growing up. It's part of a nostalgia, a memory of the excitement and joy of going to school, to be with your favorite teacher, to be with your best friend, and to learn. The school bus takes us there. That felt like a book for children is what that felt like.
That same teachers that smacked the shit out of me with their paddles.
Dude,
they paddled me, Trinity.
I've had
teachers.
4 kids.
I hated them.
I've got 4 kids now who have been through middle school and going into high school, and not a single one of them are excited to go to school for their.
Here's to my teachers. Here's to my teachers.
Yeah, like
take that in your paddle.
It's crazy, man. Like,
but who doesn't love a yellow school bus? I was kicked off the school bus for dip spit in the back because we sat in the back spitting our dip because I'm a good old Texan and we dip spit. 7th grade, kicked out of the damn school bus. So I started riding my motorcycle to school. Screw the school bus. That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean,
school bus, yellow school bus. She was on a short little one.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why she loved it. They treat you better on that bus. They're nice to you on that bus.
There's actually a book of her and Biden's stupid quotes. It's called Dumb and Dumber, the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris book of stupid quotes.
I love it. This is gonna be awesome. You're going to have all the biglies, and this is the biggest group ever, and you're going to see something like you've never seen before, and then you're going to have Venn diagrams.
Yeah. Well, and that's my thing, though, right? Because like I'm not trying to act like Trump doesn't say stupid things, right? Trump just speaks like a
Yes.
12-year-old.
Yes.
He speaks like he doesn't like he just learned like English like 4 days ago.
No, that's not
But
the
he
right.
at least-
That's not the right way to say it.
He
No,
just speaks terribly. But
no, he speaks like he's selling you something. He speaks like this can. You've never
He speaks
seen
like
such a can that has been. This is the best on earth, and they made it for me. They love me.
But
They
that's
love
not
me.
how
They
you
actually called me
you
and
don't
told me they
sell
love
that.
me.
That's not how you sell to intelligent people.
And she would sell it like this is a can. A can. It's a can.
Cans
like-
are great. Cans are made out of
We've
aluminum.
kicked cans. We've held cans. Hell, some of us even have cans. We have cans. You know, that's the way she talks. You know, it's just different.
She talks like she's an idiot.
I love this.
And he talks like he like.
This is the best they got, though. This is the best they got. If you're out there and you consider yourself a Democrat, the best you had was Weekend at Bernie's. Now your second best is Confucius. I love it. I love it. This is amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
I love this.
Some of the stuff that she says is just like
This is going to be the best 6 months. I am going to enjoy this 6 months.
She had one job.
We're going to be here and we're going to enjoy it every week. And we're going to share new quotes that both of them say every week.
Yeah.
Every week, you and I are going to share the latest Trumpisms and the latest Kamalaisms.
That's the thing, though. Is his are just like
We'll see.
trivial and stupid. Hers don't make sense. He made a comment at the RNC, like these are the most balloons that have ever been dropped from anywhere or whatever. Like that's stupid. Nobody cares. It makes first of all, it probably isn't.
They were
even if it was, who gives a shit? It's a moot point. But like,
how much you want to bet Pete Crotty has one? I bet you Pete Crotty brought one back with him.
Yeah, probably.
I hope so.
But he but like so his quotes are just like stupid. Nobody cares. It's like okay, yeah, thank you, Grandpa. There's a lot of balloons, you know. But when she talks, it's like you're stupid, aren't you? Like you're not all okay. I see what I'm dealing with now.
But listen, look, dude. I don't know. Whatever she did, she's looking good. She's looking stylish. I like the new pictures. I'm with her. Is what I want to say. I want to see so many. I'm with her. You know, let's see. I'm excited. Let's see what she does.
Yeah.
I
can say something right now. It's going to piss a lot of people off.
She's the great blue hope, man. She's the great blue hope. Let's see.
Yeah, I can say something that's going to piss a lot of people off.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
No, do it.
I'm just saying.
Wait. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Trinity are those of Trinity alone and not of the Dope Doctor or Dope and Dharma as a whole. So please attack him and sue him and only him.
It's just a question. It's just a question.
Go ahead.
Just a question. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely off base here. I don't know.
Yeah, do it.
Assuming that you're buying into the whole she's a black woman thing.
Well, she is a black woman.
Okay.
I'm buying in.
She was an Indian woman like a couple years ago. So
she's a black Indian. She's a black Indian.
So
all right.
The how well has the black matriarchy worked for people over the years? Just out of curiosity. How well has that worked? That's all I want to know.
Where are you going with this?
That's my question. How well has it gone when you have a strong black woman running things?
I just pictured a chancla hitting you upside the head right now. I pictured someone like hitting you with a shoe. Woman. I know, but the black people also throw shoes apparently.
That's
chancleta. Yeah, I pictured a shoe hitting you in the head.
I'm for real though. Like you go into these neighborhoods and it's usually the single mom who's I've seen them where they're pulling their sons and you have the videos of yelling at them and everything else. How is that working? Has it worked? I'm gonna say it hasn't really worked out well for you. Oof. Just gonna put that out there.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it more like this. How is it working? I think that it's a very that's actually a real question. That's a real deep question because where I take it is there's a lot of men that just haven't stayed true to being men.
Oof.
So it's not.
I would have. That's a different. I would have a different
The
take
men
on
got to
that.
stay there and raise their kids. You got to be there for your kids, and you got to help them be men and treat women right. I think I think there's a lot of abused women in that neighborhood, and I feel bad for the abuse and the neglect and everything that's happened to a lot of them women. So I don't know if I blame the women for that, but I do think there's societal issues, and I think there's
I blame
a lot of
feminism.
men issues.
I blame feminism.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Such good topics. I like it.
Just being honest.
You blame a woman.
No, I blame
I
feminism.
come from a very strong woman. My mother's a badass, bro.
I'm not blaming women. I blame feminism.
What
But that's a whole other topic, man.
Are you saying that black women are feminists most of the time? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying feminism is probably why we're where we're at right now in society. I do think feminism played a
Can't even say
massive role.
feminism.
Exactly. That's how disgusting I think it is.
I don't think anybody likes feminism. I don't think feminism is good. Just like, what's the opposite? Menism?
There isn't one. There isn't one. That's the point. There isn't one. No, I think feminism. I think this whole idea that somehow men are evil and men are the bad thing and the patriarchy and all this other bullshit. It's just that. It's bullshit. It's not true.
I do think we need a female president. I just don't think she's the one. I would love to have a female president. I just don't think she's the one.
I'm not saying we should or shouldn't. I definitely don't think she's worth her weight in anything.
But,
I don't think she deserves to be in a position.
But I don't think because she's a woman. I think just because she's, like you said, an idiot.
Yeah.
But not because she's a woman.
I have nothing to say about the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
I come from a woman. Like, I have a single mom. Like, I get it. I have daughters. But like, do I think that she's an idiot? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Do I think that she's got where she's at because she's just so brilliant and like she worked? No, I don't. I think she got really lucky.
I really wish Trump would have picked that Republican woman that was going up against him so hard. What's her name again? Why am I forgetting her name right
Christy
now?
Haley or
yes,
Haley?
Yes, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley, yeah.
I really wish he would have picked Nikki.
You know who would have been good, to be honest.
Damn it, man!
Is Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard.
I like Tulsi Gabbard.
She switched sides too. She actually would have been pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I like her.
I like her too. But but the problem is, see, I like Nikki Haley because I'm in the middle. I don't think Republicans like Nikki Haley, but I like her.
Yeah, I don't know much about her, if I'm honest.
Yeah, well, I know that my Republican friends didn't like her at all. Like, they wanted Vivek Ramaswamy. See, there's Marissa saying no, Nikki Haley is terrible. See, I and they don't like Tulsi either. See, I don't think Republicans. I don't think Republicans like those women. So, what woman? Let's ask Marissa. Marissa, what woman in the Republican Party would you
why does
vote
it have
for?
to be a woman?
I'm just asking about women, just specifically women. Yeah. I'm just going like a woman to woman kind of thing. What woman in the Republican Party is acceptable?
Women are hard on other women, though.
They are.
She says she doesn't trust Vivek for BP, but hope he's tapped for something else.
He just seems like somebody that you would just punch in the face. He's just hard. He speaks too well.
He seems like a little brat.
Smart. Like a brat, yeah. And like he'll have an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Sarah Huckabee?
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. All right. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Right. See, I wanted to know.
Isn't she like the governor now of Arkansas, I think?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly who she is.
Yeah, she was the press secretary before, but now she's a governor.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. So, yeah, the one that was bullied like crazy for her looks, yet, and that's a sad thing, man. That loving left, the loving accepting woman power left actually attack all the conservative women all the time, including her.
Yeah, well, they attack
Connor ugly, Connor. They
attack everybody. Attacks everybody. This notion that there's any clean hands is just not true.
Well, yeah, but at least the right don't say we're clean. They say we are who we are. They say we're for everybody is what they say, and then the left actually says we're for women, we're for this. No, you're not. If a woman is a conservative woman, you attack her like with fever. Anyway, all right, that's enough for a day. I think I've gotten my enjoyment. Thank you very much, Trinity, for spending this time with me. Thank you, Marissa, and everybody else that spent some time with us. I think that was felt good. No, I can't wait to see what happens this week. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, there'll be something happening. I'm sure.
I'm really excited
Something
about
happens
it.
probably right now. I'm sure.
By
Something.
the way, we haven't done a show since this show since I become a grandfather. You become a grandfather. We're both grandfathers. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I am going tomorrow to Boca and to move Zoe back to the Central Florida area, and she will be
she's
going
gonna
to
be
law
back.
school. So she's back. She's gonna be back in Central
Very
Florida.
cool. So she's gonna be in my neck of the woods, right?
Yeah, right by you, right
Yeah,
by you, right
like-
by that school.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, right by your kid's school. So thank you, Clarissa. Clara. Thank you, Marissa. We will see all of you next time, right? So we're done. You got any last words you want to say?
No, that's all I got. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm sure something else will happen in the next.
I'm with
few days.
her. I'm with her. Are we going to hear an I'm with
wife,
her from
yeah,
you?
I'm with my wife.
Adios, amigos. It's time for a taco. Goodbye.
Peace.